Hi everyone and welcome back. If it's your first time here, my name is Kostis and today I have with me, he's back in the house. Look, Wyatt.
Woo! In the house. How are you?
Woo.
You okay?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. It's always my pleasure to have you with me and chat
Oh,
Eurovision.
of course. Someone with the same brain as me.
Yeah, yeah. Not always. Let's see. Let's see. We'll see about that. We'll see. I I saw
However,
you.
that is okay. Let's just express because you don't have the same opinion as me. That is okay. I don't hate you.
Exactly, but that's why I have you here. I'm not gonna invite people who will say exactly the same thing as me. I say my thoughts
That's
in this channel.
boring.
Exactly.
Yeah,
How are we gonna have a conversation if it's like that?
exactly. Eurovision is all about the music, all about different opinions, celebrate diversity. That's why we can never call a winner. That's what makes it so amazing.
Especially this year, because last year you could call it somehow. This year, can you?
No, not at all. When I ever think about one person winning, I think, oh, well, actually, when you look at the running order here, or you look at this there, or oh, what about this country? There are so many big hitters and so many different genres as normal, but there just seems to be so many this year.
I know. There's so many. Like I'm so confused, and I expect everything this year, and that's one of the reasons that I'm really enjoying these conversations with you and other reactors. I'm like, I need some more information, to create an opinion. At the end, I'm getting more confused, but anyway,
Not helping then.
no, no, but at least the process is fun.
You've started, so you'll finish.
Exactly. And now that you say finish, I think you're the last one because now we're starting with the rehearsal. So I think you're the last call I'm doing.
What can I say? You saved the best till last.
Exactly. Let's see about that. Let's see what you will say. So
Whoop.
yeah, yeah, no, no, I'm kidding. What do you think of the class of 2024 as a total?
Okay, so I need to kind of apologize and backtrack a little bit because when the songs first started coming out, I was listening to them, and I think I've said in a few of my videos, "Oh, this is a rubbish year." I honestly, when the first few came out, I was going, "Oh no, there's nothing I like." But then I think after the first maybe six or seven, I was like, "I apologize. This is a banger." We had one Super Saturday in particular, and about three or four different songs, and that was it. Then from then onwards, I was hooked.
I remember a Super Saturday that was great. I remember a Super Saturday that was horrible and I was so disappointed. And another Super Saturday that I was like, yes, this is it. So which are the first songs that came out and you were not like happy? France was the first one.
Well, to be honest, because France was so early, I kind of didn't count that. Do you know what I mean? Like when one is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
early and then you
yeah.
get another chunk together. So
Mm,
France, I actually really liked.
okay,
Albania, looking back in hindsight, I prefer the original to the revamp.
me too.
But as it first came out, I was like, like yes, at first reaction I liked it, and then after the second and third listen, I didn't like it. Why have I got? Did you see that? What was that? Someone
That
agrees
was
with me.
great. Yeah, we
I
have
didn't
a
touch any.
winner.
I didn't touch anything. What was that?
On Zoom, for some people it does it. Not for me, but for some people it does it. Also, you probably if you do this, you will have a heart. Yes. You see?
I was just gonna say Zoom just hates Albania. Then, so I mean, you
Yeah.
heard it here first.
Or Zoom loves Albania because there were fireworks.
um. So yeah, Albania, not really a fan of Ireland as well, and I won't. This is going to be very controversial, but I really still to this day I don't get it. Studio version think is much better than the live version, but it is just so jarring. So as these songs started to come out, I was like, where am I? What is this? I understand Eurovision is quirky, Eurovision is different, it's wacky, but there's a line.
Great. I can't wait to go to start with the first semi-final and debate about Ireland then.
You love it
Because
then.
I saw your reaction to Ireland and everything. So I know what I have to go through.
You know what you're up against.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go with the first semifinal. You've just uploaded your predictions for first and second semifinal. So what I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask you is just name the countries very fast since you have them. If you people want to see why Luke thinks that, you can go and watch his videos at his channel. And then tell me which ones you want, except from the predictions. Like which ones
Oh,
who you
okay.
would like to be the 10.
Well, I will start by saying that I thought semi-final one is a lot easier to predict than semi-final two.
I think so too. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of comments of people saying, no, semi-final one is a lot harder. I don't think it is. So I think Cyprus, Serbia, Lithuania, Ireland, Ukraine, Croatia, Finland, Azerbaijan, and then I'm torn between Australia, Portugal.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
did put a star by Luxembourg because I'm a, I'm on the fence with Luxembourg.
I think they will qualify.
Mm.
Because I think they want them to qualify. That's why they put them last as well. You know, it's the return, it's the whole narrative. You know, it's gonna be that. So if they qualify, who do you think will lose their place from the ones that you said?
If they qualify, I think Australia will lose their place because
Really?
I think Luxembourg is like you said, Luxembourg has come back. It's the re-up, it's the return, however so many years away. And Australia is, I think it's more of a grower than it is a shower.
Yeah, yeah. Depending what they're gonna do on stage, we haven't seen that because we have only seen the music video, which is
Oh,
very
I keep losing
bland.
you.
Yeah, we
You're frozen. You're back. You're
okay.
back.
Am I?
It's a good thing you're good looking because when it stopped, you gave me the model look on the frozen face.
I did? Okay, nice. Because sometimes I take weird expressions, so it could have been very bad.
It was a blue smolder, like
But thank you for the compliments.
anytime. Let me go back. I just said that I think Australia, if Luxembourg got through, I think Australia would lose their place because they are more of a grower than a shower. It takes you maybe a couple of listens to get used to it.
You think so? I think it's a
Mm.
very like easy to listen and enjoy like music. Like it's very accessible as a rhythm, no?
Well, it is, but I have to try and second guess Europe, and that's what I try to do
Mm.
on the channel. I think, what are Joe Public going to think? Not the main fans, the hardcore fans. You know what we're like? We're
Y-
obsessed. We will listen to it again and again and again.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
try and think of Joe Public if they will like it. Does it make, like, for example, compared to the likes of Ukraine, does it make a massive impact?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, and which ones are the 10 that you would like to see qualify?
Pretty much, to be honest with you, the only one I would swap would be Slovenia because I love Slovenia. But I just don't know if the stage show will replicate what the music video and the studio version has given us already.
Yeah,
Because it is so the aesthetic is so cool. It's a bit dark, it's eerie, creepy, but also really intriguing at the same time. You just want to replay it and replay it and replay it. You want to tamp to that. You want to replay. But it, everything else I'm quite happy with in that prediction, to be honest. I do really like Poland, but I'm not sure. I think I do think they come across as a little bit generic in the lineup compared to the other songs.
it is. It is. It's very well produced and everything, but it is, yeah, very like we've heard this song many times in our lives, you know?
I I also worry about her voice as well because she's got a very it's an artistry kind of vibe, like she can sing a specific kind of genre. But this music is very highly produced, and I do feel like sometimes the music is up here, and sometimes her vocal is quite airy and kind of sifts underneath.
Have you seen her live performances of hers?
I haven't. No, I'm just so busy. Is it good?
You are very right though. That's why I ask you because you are like on
Oh,
point with what you said. Because I watch her live in London as well in the London pre-party, and yeah, it was hard to keep up for her to keep up with the song.
oh, bless her.
Not
Hopefully they can
horrible.
get the mixing
No one was
right.
horrible at that night. Like everyone was fine, but like in comparison with the studio cut,
Oh, right, yeah.
it was not the same. Yeah.
I
Uh,
think what goes really well for a lot of these countries is when they do release their songs, but the first kind of showing of it is live because that's what you've got to go off of. When they
mm,
release the music video first, you're a bit like, I expect this standard on stage. If they release a live performance first, then at least they can only grow from there, can't they?
exactly, exactly. That's very true. Tell me about Ireland now. What is it that you don't get?
I'm being interrogated right now. Tell me about Ireland. Ireland is a lovely country. They have some amazing singers from there. However, I'm not a fan of Bambi Thug. They are probably a lovely person. They're probably full of sugar, light, sweetness, great personality, but the song is just not for me.
Yeah.
I love a wacky song. I love a song that's incoherent. I mean, one of my favorite girl bands is Girls Aloud, and their songs break the pop music barrier. Like they have different twists and turns, but it's also very cohesive. What I find about Bambi Thug is that yes, it is a song that takes you here, there, everywhere, but the genres are just so different for me. And yes, before anybody comes to me in the comments, I know that it's Ouija pop or witchcraft, or I get it, it's a genre of its own. But for the casual fan as well, they're either going to go, yeah, this is so weird, it's my vibe, or they're going to go, ugh,
This
stop.
is very true. Like no one can tell when they listen to this song that they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is the most accessible song in the world." Like there will be people either loving it or hating it or neither. Be like, "I'm not sure what this is. Like it's all right, interesting, but not for me." Like there
Mm.
can be many responses to that. It's a first. When you do something that happens for the first time, people don't know how to respond to it. It makes sense. First of all, I really like the soft part. I really like it. It's like the melody in the soft part. I just love it. And second, in my head, it makes sense with Bambi. Like for a person being a non-binary person, somewhere in between the two, and the song is somewhere in between genres. Like for me, in my head, it makes sense. But
Even
but
from the stage name, Bambi, you think of Disney, you think of the deer, and then you thug, you think of a gang. Like, do you know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like it is everything is artistry wise perfect, cohesive. It represents the artist, their genre. But then when you think of generic pop music or commercial, does it break the barrier too much? Does it go too far?
Yeah, that's up to music taste. No, it's fair. I was kidding before when I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight you and we're gonna debate." Like, of course,
You
it's
would
all
win.
jokes.
You would win.
No, no, I'm not fighting here. At least with my guests. With some people in the comments, I do sometimes. Uh,
Put them
like
up.
I have the same problem with Finland song. Like I don't get it. I'm like,
Whereas I love it.
and I understand it. Like and I like songs that are out there. I love Croatia's song. I love the Netherlands that we'll talk in a while. It's just like I just don't get this one. I'm like I get it. My problem is that I get it and it doesn't do anything to me.
Yeah, 100%. And like
Yeah.
that's the best thing about music is that there's no right or wrong answer. It's all art. It's an art form. It's not science. It's not maths. It's not 2 plus 2. It's literally interpretive. How many people have you seen in your comment section saying you've got no taste or that's wrong? Like no opinion is
No
wrong. It's
one.
perfect.
No,
You've got no manners. Like
have people said to you that you have no manners?
no, I say that back to them.
Oh, good. Nice.
You have no music taste. You're rubbish. And I'm like, you're stupid. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
old are you? 12? Like,
The thing is the reason that I'm not responding like that to some people. Sometimes I cannot hold myself. I do comfort them, but sometimes they might be 12, and I'm like I'm not gonna fight in the comments with a 12-year-old. Maybe they are 12. So I'm like
but I think, to be honest with you, the older I'm getting, the less beeps I'm giving. Like,
No, I understand what you mean. Yeah, me too. Like you can take only so much in your life. After some point, you're
I
like,
mean, like about 5 years ago, I would probably be like, "Oh no, people hate me." Now I'm like, "Oh, I don't care." Like, if my opinion is really what is keeping you up at night, you must have a really good life. Like,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. People have to relax and to understand what's important in life. And if you don't like my opinions in this video, maybe you will like my opinions in another video, or maybe never. So what's another channel? You know, that's
I don't want to go off on a tangent because I know this is your video and we're on a schedule, but I just want to say as well that doing this stuff as well does make me realize that a lot of the time, like me and you, we're no one special. Do you know what I mean? We're just here giving an opinion. A lot of the
exactly.
people in the comments, they don't care about our lives. They don't want to see what we get up to on a daily basis. They just literally want to know, do you like this song or not? Because I'm trying to get the opinions of other YouTubers. Like
Yeah,
we're not people to be, nobody come up to us and go, wow, they're the gods of knowledge. We're not. We're just your average Joes. Like, we're literally here sharing our opinions and our passions. We're not here expecting to make mega bucks being YouTubers. Like, do you know what I mean? It's all passion.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. People, you shouldn't take our opinion so seriously. Like you could be the one with a YouTube channel, you know, like it just happened for us to decide to spend our free time doing this, you know.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay, semi-final two. What do you think?
Number number two.
Yes.
Well, another page. Well, I've put here who I predict: Malta, Greece, Switzerland, Austria, Armenia, Belgium, Estonia, Israel, Norway, and Netherlands.
Okay. Okay. And do you think so? These are the predictions. And if you were to put your 10 favorites, would they be the same or would you change them?
I would possibly replace, I'm still on the fence with this one, Georgia and Malta. I'm because they're both very similar, like in the terms of pop girly, like woo, girl
Mm.
power. And they're very commercial, like very radio friendly. The only reason I've put Malta to get through is because it opens the show and it's such a contagious, catchy chorus that I think it will draw people in straight away. Whereas Georgia is in a bit of a weird position. Like when you look, it's between San Marino and Belgium. Like you've got a generic, not generic, but you've got like a commercial pop song in between a heart wrenching ballad and San Marino, which is a genre of its own. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the audience are going to be tired by that point or like, I have no idea. But in terms of favourites, um, I would love to see Latvia get through because
Me
I love them.
too.
I think it's such a good song, but it is to me very similar to Belgium. And I think if you look at what Europe would prefer, I think they would prefer Belgium.
Yeah. Why is it similar? In what sense?
Just because they're male driven ballads.
Okay, okay, in that sense. Oh yeah, yeah, but they're so. But yeah, I think Europe will prefer Belgium. Like it's so, it has more layers to it, and also the melody changes in a different way. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
know. I agree with you on that. But you said you haven't watched any live performances, right?
No, the
Because
only ones
you're
I've ever watched are the ones that when the songs were revealed. So, for example, Bambi Thug on the
the
Late Show.
national final, yeah. But not the pre-parties.
No, none of the pre-parties.
I have to tell you, so Georgia was one of my least favorite songs this year.
Mm.
But I watched her live on London pre-party, and I'm telling you, we are in for a treat.
No.
She she is the one to watch, like vocally, performance ability, everything.
Love that. Is she given Fuego vibes?
Yeah, really. I was like, okay, she's the Eleni Ferreira of the season because no one was seeing her before they saw her on stage. And that's what she did to me.
I love that though, because yet again, this is why. I mean, I feel like I'm contradicting myself now, but you know what I said earlier that artists should release a live performance first before the music video. It works detrimentally, but it also works in their favor because if they do release a studio version, they can pull something amazing out the bags, like stage wise. But then again, if they release a really rubbish live performance, they can really up their game. So really, I mean, again, it's all swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but what matters at the end is how they're going to do live and how they're going to stage the song because the visual matters as well at Eurovision.
I've heard a lot of conflicting things. I haven't seen or heard any, but I've heard a lot of contradiction opinions about Ollie Alexander. People are saying that, oh, this one was awful, and other people are saying, oh, but this one was amazing. I'm like,
No, it depends on the pre-party. For example, at London, there were issues. Yeah, like first of all, technical issues, and then backstage, I think. So yeah, it was not a good performance. But I've seen other performances of Ollie's that were good. So yeah.
oh, amazing.
Speaking of Ollie, what do you think of the Big Five and Sweden?
It's a mixed bag. I find
Hmm.
it really hard to judge the UK's entry. I think it's because obviously I'm a UK native. I don't want to be that person that hounds everybody and goes, "The UK are amazing. Yeah, we're gonna win," because that's not me. You've got to
No,
have a
but if you
sensible head on
believe
you. You
that the
can't.
song is good, it's not bad to say it, because it,
No,
yeah.
100%. There's a difference between being a good song and being completely over your head and saying that it's gonna win, yeah, and then commenting on everybody's videos and everybody's social media, going, support your own country. I support my own country. I'm just not a maniac. Like,
No, I
but
agree. I
I'm not
agree.
over my head. It's a good song. Is it gonna win? No, it's not. But I'm not gonna take the patriotism and go, yeah, we're gonna win. Okay, of course I will cheer for it. Of course I support Ollie Alexander. Like, he's amazing. The song is great. I've got it on my playlist. It
Yeah.
personally, it is a great song in my opinion. But for Europe, put Eurovision head on, I don't think it's going to make much of an impact.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
people will like it, but I don't
I
think it will
agree, but it's
score
not
very, very
like
highly.
it's a very good song that people will like because it's a very good pop song. But yeah, like in the competition part, it's not a song that stands out as a song. Let's see what they're gonna do on stage because I believe in Ollie and his team. So we'll see. What about
100%. Like I said, I'm here for it. I wish them so well. I hope we do well, but you can't put all of your eggs in one basket. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, true. That's very true. What do you think of Italy?
Italy, that it's actually silver. It is my 10 points this year. Love
Okay.
it to bits. I'm so pleased that they've sent a female as well because we need a bit of girl power from Italy. She's amazing. She gives me like this. She gives me a modern Amy Winehouse vibe, like the way with her aesthetic, how she looks, like musicality. I think she's incredible. I again, it's a song that takes so many twists and turns, and again, she's just proving why Italy do so well all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, and if Italy hadn't won so recently, I would say that they could win this year.
Mm.
I don't know why in my head it matters that they had won very recently, but for some reason in my head it matters. I don't know why. Do
I
you think it
think
matters?
maybe I think sometimes it does. I think we're past the days where people like for example, they would win 3 years in a row. Whereas now, I think people are a little bit like, oh, they've won before. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's
Yeah,
move
yeah.
on. But, I mean, yeah, in respect, it is also about the music, but I don't think Sweden this year have gone for a double win.
No, no. What
I
do you
mean,
like the song?
it. Pardon the pun, but I think it's forgettable. I
That
take it you don't agree.
well, no, I don't. I wouldn't say forgettable, but I will say it's a pop song of the line, like nothing new, and nothing new from Sweden as well. And sometimes we have to
AKA forgettable.
forget. Okay,
No hate, no shade.
maybe a little bit, but it's very well produced. The staging was great in Sweden. That will matter as well.
It hurts my heart because I am a Sweden boy. Like every year, Sweden brings something out. I am always fully like 100% behind Sweden. Apart from was it France when he 2016 or something? No, I think it was only one year, and I was like, I can't deal with it. Like this year again, like they've had such a good run in Lucavision, not Eurovision, that this year I'm like, I feel a bit let down.
Yeah. Saying for about France?
No, actually, France with me personally are very hit and miss. So one year I could love them, the next year I'm like, oh no. But then the year after I'm like, yeah, they are so flippant. But it just shows you as fans that we are not prejudiced by a country.
To the
We are
country, exactly. That's so true. Like people sometimes in the comments take it personally that we talk about their country, but that's not true. We talk about the song.
yeah.
We just say, let's talk about France, but we don't mean the country. We mean the song that represents France this year.
And it definitely shows because the comments you could get, for example, let's pretend, because I don't, but let's pretend that I didn't like Spain this year. And I loved them last year. Suddenly the tide turns. Suddenly I hate Spain. Everybody thinks I hate Spain. I'm like, I loved them last year. Like they were my favorite, but that doesn't matter
Look,
anymore. Like,
don't stop lying to the people. Before we started recording, you were telling me how you hate Spain, the
if
country.
you watched my Eurovision video, you would see that I actually like it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So you like Spain?
I do like Spain. Um, I think we need a bit of, and no offense, because it's my sort of music, we need a bit of tacky pop.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
call it my slut song.
Yeah, and it's also, is it 80s, this music? It's 80s, right? Like the
Well,
song.
it definitely
Yeah,
gives me a Kylie Madonna kind of
yeah, yeah.
female boss vibe, and I think we need someone to really get their personality across and own that stage.
Yeah, and I also love that we have people representing a different age group, than,
Yes,
yeah,
at
than,
last.
yeah, exactly. I love that. I
But
love that.
doesn't it make you feel really old that you have to say that? Like,
What do
yes,
you mean?
older people. Like, we're
I
not
am
spring
old.
chickens
I'm in
anymore.
peace with that, okay?
Let me just
Yeah,
put some Botox in.
yeah. Yeah, people think I'm young, but it's because I edit the videos after.
It's all of these filters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I look like this after the editing.
I need to ask you before we go any further.
Yeah.
What side of the fence are you sitting on? UK or Greece?
What do you mean, UK or
Like,
Greece?
who are you backing? UK or Greece
In general or this year?
this year?
This year I'm back in Greece.
Good choice.
Like, and it's the first year after many years that I believe so much in our song. I actually liked our song with Amanda Tenfjord as well, the Die Together. But that year I was rooting for the UK. What? No, it was a different year. No, it was that year with Sam Ryder. That year, right? Yes.
Literally, I don't even know what I had for breakfast this morning. But so, I
Nice.
mean,
Okay, I'm
yes.
talking about the Sam Ryder year. Yes. So that was the year that I was rooting for the UK. This year, I'm rooting for Greece. I'm actually, like, I was following Marina for years. So I'm like actually very proud and happy that an artist that I follow for so many years represent my country?
Oh,
Yeah. And I love the song. Like it's my shower song along with Italy. Like whenever I take a shower, I put the songs on repeat, on one after the other.
you've got it on Tamta on replay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's put some Cyprus there as well. Okay, which other France you said you like
Germany.
as well?
We
Sorry?
missed Germany.
And Germany. What do you
Not a
think
fan.
of? Not a fan. Reasoning?
I just can't get into it. Like I must have played it 3, 4 times, and I can't give you the melody. I can't give you the hook. I can't recall
Really?
anything.
It's the
Yeah.
easiest hook in the world. I'm always on the run, run, run. Oh, run,
No.
na, na, run, na, na.
No. Okay. Maybe that was a bit harsh, but it's again. It's just there. Like
Yeah, I agree.
they've had so many missed opportunities in national selections, and I just wish that they would listen to the general public and just put something forward that they are asking for.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look. So I'm gonna tell you, I agree with you in what you say about the song, but at the end of the day, if it's a public voting and the public votes for this song and they want this song to represent them, then I cannot say anything. That's what they
Mm,
want. Let, let them go with it, Like the same I say about Spain, that was what the public chose. And they are
mm.
so proud of their song. It doesn't matter what it will do, if it will do
Oh,
well.
sorry. Am I getting confused? This was Germany in a national final this year.
Yes, they were in a national
Oh,
final.
sorry. I was assuming it was internally selected.
No, no, no. It was a first national final. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay.
although I agree 100% with what you say about the song, this was not one of my favorites in the national final.
Mhm.
It was like, I don't think it's competitive for Eurovision. Like,
Mm.
the public wanted it. So, what can you tell? What can we do? You know?
It- It's it's mad, isn't it? I mean, when you look back to even from the UK when we had Michael Rice and then we had I can't remember the lady's name, but the song was an absolute banger. And it just makes me think, who is it's not Eurovision fans voting for these songs in the national final. It seems to be Joe Public. And I'm like, let the Eurovision fans vote.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Because, for example, in Germany, I think most of the Eurovision fans, not all, like, not, but at least what I got from people in the comments when I reacted to the whole lineup of the national final, they wanted someone else. But then the juries, they had also a very weird voting system. So the juries were voting first, and the public was voting. The public vote was closing after the jury votes were revealed. So they knew the first three from the public. So I guess they were focusing on from the juries. So I guess they were focusing on that, on their favorite from that.
Oh,
It was a very weird system in Germany this year. So I was like, it was very questionable. I think that if it wasn't like that, we would have a different entry from Germany.
I mean, it's it like you said, it's a weird situation. It's a weird system.
Yeah.
Um, again, and again, I'm torn because in the final, like the jury vote and the public vote. So whether we scrap a jury vote in the national final, like then you're completely cutting out that when it comes to the main final of Eurovision. Do you know, like there are so many factors to take into consideration, and
Mm.
again, because there are so many entries and so many songs, it just makes it so like difficult. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it is. Okay, saying that you just said that it's difficult, and I'm gonna make it more difficult for you. I
okay,
need you to tell me 5 countries that you think they have the most potential to win, and
Ooh.
5 countries that you would be very happy to see winning. They
Okay.
can overlap if yeah.
Let me get my list out
Uh-huh.
because I have a memory like a goldfish, so I
Nice.
often forget. So I'll do my happy ones first. That I'll be happy to see win.
Okay, let's do that first.
Switzerland, just think
Uh-huh.
it's iconic. Italy, for reasons mentioned before. Lithuania,
Mm-hmm.
love it. Greece,
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
um, Belgium,
That's
and
the fifth.
oh,
No, you said five,
was
no?
that five? Sorry, I'm just going to keep going. Like I've got my top 10. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah,
I just wanted to throw the UK in there because I'm from the UK. I would be happy to see it win, and I would be proud.
yeah. To be fair, like it's not in my top five, but I would be so happy if Hollywood win. That's
Mhm.
another artist that I have been following for years, years and years. So yeah,
I see what you did there.
thank you. I followed your example with the pawns.
Yes. Right. Five countries that I think have the biggest win potential.
Uh-huh.
I do think that Serbia is up there because it
Okay.
is such a meaningful song. I think it's heartfelt. I think it just ticks a lot of boxes. Obviously, for reasons that I don't think I need to explain, Netherlands, I think
Definitely.
it's so popular. Everybody loves it. And it is just such a contagious hook, isn't it? I think Norway. I think Norway has huge potential because in the best way possible, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like it is so like ethnic, isn't it? It is just like it is right. Okay, personally, I don't like it. Not for me. I do not like the song. But with my Eurovision head on, I think it will do very, very well. I think it is. It will tick a lot of boxes for a lot of people. Where am I? I think also Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
Only, only thing is with some of these songs like Croatia, Netherlands, Estonia, and another one that it escapes me. They're so wacky and out there that surely not all of these can do well. Like
Exactly.
the
People are
voting.
gonna choose, you know, the one with a better presentation. That's the one that the people will gravitate towards to vote.
100%. They're
Yeah.
so out there. Um, did I say Italy? No, that was my other list.
Yeah.
Italy, I think again has got huge potential. And was there one more? One more on my list?
I have lost the
I
count.
think
Yeah. Say
let's
one
say
more.
there's one more.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
um, Greece, because yet again, it is. I think if people look back at the history of Eurovision and they look at Greece, I think this could be like a the re-up, like the return of Greece. Like they come back with a bang. There's something so ethnic, but also so like attainable as well at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. Do you put it in the category with the wacky songs?
No, I would not
Okay.
say it was wacky. I mean, I would say it was upbeat and up tempo and catchy and infectious, but I wouldn't say it was wacky. I would say it kind of sits on the sensible line, but it is also
Okay.
quite eccentric. You've got wacky, but you've got eccentric. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense?
I know what you mean. Okay, okay.
Experimental.
Experimental. Okay. I'll take all of these compliments for the Greek entry. I will say thank you. And I will also say thank you so much for doing this with me.
Oh, thank you
Again,
for having me.
it was my pleasure. I would like to speak to you about Eurovision for about 5 hours, but we are busy
I
people, both of us.
I'd need a bigger notepad.
Yes, you would need. Thank you so much, Luke. It was my
No, thank
pleasure
you.
doing this. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Let me send you a love heart.
Aw. And thank you everyone for watching us and see you very soon at another video. Bye.